Hello, hello, hello. You are watching I'm Not 20 Anymore, where I discuss everything about not being 20 anymore and everything that comes with that, everything you experience as you get older, things that maybe you haven't experienced yet, but watching this podcast on YouTube will show you, or listening to the podcast. Either way, I thank you. Today, I want to come to you and talk about my recent weight loss transition. Yes, I took the plunge and got gastric bypass. Really difficult for me to kind of share because I didn't share with many people that I was getting it done. Um, but I am almost 3 weeks post-op. And what that means is post-operation, 3 weeks. So I want to share what it's been like up until this third week. Finally on puree stage. Now, if you're considering weight loss surgery, or maybe you've already had weight loss surgery, or maybe you're waiting to have weight loss surgery, continue to watch my story and listen. Maybe you'll decide not to do it. Maybe you'll decide to definitely do it. Everyone's story is different. So my story is only my story. I might share some stories of other people that have experienced weight loss surgery, and may interview someone that has had something opposite of me, which would be the sleeve or the lap band. But I had gastric bypass. And I can talk a little bit about what that is, which is pretty much them bypassing, making sure I'm still recording. I think I am. Okay. Bypassing my stomach. So what happens is I can't draw I can't draw at all, and I don't have anything to draw for you, but I will say pretty much what they do is take a portion of my stomach and kind of cut it out. Not cut it out, but kind of cap it off. And the rest of my stomach just exists, but not being used. And the portion that they take is being bypassed by connecting it to directly to my intestines, so that I only have about this much, maybe this much, maybe this much room inside of my stomach to eat, versus I might have been able to expand it and eat, you know, a small little mini pizza, a 10-inch pizza. But that's not the case now. Now I can't have pizza yet anyway. I don't even know if I will be able to have pizza, but continue to follow my journey so you can see if I actually do try pizza, because they say with bread, that's something that I shouldn't have. So these are my best friends. I can't actually eat it while I'm on with you because, it's not gonna look good. But these are my best friends. This is sugar-free popsicles. I lived on them the first 2 weeks. And that's because the first 2 weeks is like liquid only. So I have sugar-free popsicles. I also have my Handy Dandy, and they're not sponsored. So my protein shake. And I actually was able to get the protein shake down after I came home from the hospital. I was in the hospital for 2 days, and they said only one day, but I didn't get a bed until like 7 o'clock at night because there weren't any beds due to COVID. So when I got a bed, I couldn't even move, and my mouth was so dry. I hadn't had water, I hadn't had anything. And so I was just like, I just need like a little water, So the first night was horrible. I was in pain, but they kept the pain medicine coming, the Tylenol, and additional pain medicine. So I was actually okay. It was just difficult getting in and out the bed. Now they do want you to walk, of course. So like the next day I got up, and I had a family member support that came to help me for the week, the first week. So I walked the hallways of the hospital a few times that next day, and I was able to get up. And then I was discharged that second day. So it was pretty good. I was able to eat the broth, or drink the broth rather. I drank the broth. I had broth. I had sugar-free popsicle and water that I'm able to actually put some like sugar-free or Crystal Light inside just for some taste, because I found, and that many others find that after surgery, you do not really like plain water anymore. Like I love, well, I'm not going to show them either until they want to sponsor me. But I love a certain water, but I now always put, it's high in alkaline, and I always put something in it because I don't like the taste anymore of water. So the first week wasn't bad. I did sleep a little, yeah, I slept a lot, but it was uncomfortable, honestly. So I really couldn't sleep. It was very uncomfortable trying to find the right position. I had to sleep on my back. And it was just, just uncomfortable. That's the best way to put it, even though I had pain medicine that I took every few hours. And I also took nausea medicine, which thankfully I really didn't experience much nausea at all. But I did still have pain in my stomach. And even being 3 weeks post-op, I still experience a little pain, not enough to take any medicine. I don't need to take Tylenol. I don't pretty much need to take anything. But it was so hard that first week. And I just I'm supposed to walk because that helps relieve any gas that they leave, because when they do surgery, they normally fill your stomach up with gas so that they can, get pretty much make sure that the incisions and the things that they cut and sew are done properly. And so, yeah, so that was really uncomfortable, but I walked around the house. I also have a treadmill, so I walked a little bit on that, really slow, just taking my time. So the first 2 weeks, I didn't know what to expect as far as how much I should lose. I didn't jump on the scale every 5 seconds because I know that, my stomach was like, felt bloated. It was also like a little swollen and still, adjusting. So when I checked after 2 weeks, I had lost about 17, 18 pounds. Some people, they lose much more. I also think it contributes to how much weight you were at. I'm not ready to share that yet until I get a little further down. I will share it with you, but I'm just not ready yet. So it depends how big you are, how the more weight you'll lose your first 2 weeks. So I only lost 17, 18 pounds, which I still think is that's a lot in 2 weeks, honestly, for me. And my goal is not to lose very fast, because I want to minimize as much loose skin as possible. And so now that I'm in my third week, well, let me tell you, my second week, I got sick. Like, my family member left, and all of a sudden I got sick. I almost thought it was COVID that I got. Like, I couldn't breathe. My chest was hurting. My back was hurting. I couldn't sleep. Especially at night. Like, during the day, I was fine because I was up. I was trying to sit up a little bit. I walked around, but when it was time to go to bed and I had to sleep on my back, it was not good. And I felt like it was like a post-nasal drip for some reason. So it was just not good at all. And so I was so sick. And I didn't want to go to the ER because honestly, your immune system is really low after surgery. And I was nervous that, well, if I didn't have COVID, could I be exposing myself to COVID after going to the ER? So I didn't go. I contacted my primary doctor, and she advised me to take some antibiotics, have an inhaler to kind of help with my lungs. And she gave me some cough pills. And I took that for the week. And by the end of the week, I had said, I committed to my family and friends that if I still didn't feel good by the weekend, then I would go to the ER. And thankfully, I started to improve by Saturday, at the end of the week. But it was a scary time because I had never felt like that before. And since then, I haven't gone. I got a test for COVID, but I will. Just to make sure. But honestly, I feel perfectly fine now, much better than I did. And now that I'm on my third week, I had my first visit with the doctor, and it was good. And he kind of gave me a goal to reach by the next time I see him, which is in the next 4 weeks. So I'll definitely talk about that. And that will pretty much be like a little over, well, a month and a half, which would be crazy. So I would love to share with you how much I've lost by then. I'm now on Puree, as I mentioned. So I still have to do my protein shakes. So I do 2 protein shakes a day, which I'm able to get down. Some people cannot. So if that's the case, then maybe like find protein powder, put it in your water, because that might help. And then just shake up the water, put some flavor in there, and that might help you get your protein down if you can't do the shakes. I really like Fairlife, because that was the consistency. It's just better to go down. But most doctors always recommend Premier Protein, which is good, but not all the flavors. It just depends. So if I were you, I would try to see what flavor you like, and then keep in mind that your taste buds will change after surgery. I don't know how much my taste buds have changed yet, honestly. Because I'm still, it's only 3 weeks, and I haven't eaten a lot. But I will say, in my puree, I have tried the ricotta bake, which is a great recipe. It's pretty much like having lasagna without the noodles. So very tasty. I mean, as long as you season it, very tasty. So I've tried that, and you only can have like 3 to 5 ounces, and then you're full. Now, everybody has a different indication of their fullness, but the odd or weird part that I found, which is just about listening to your body, right? How I know I'm full, my nose starts to run. Very weird, right? I mean, I don't know. I've never paid attention before about it, but my nose starts to run. And every once in a while, if I'm full, I will get the hiccups. So for some people, they get the hiccups. Other people, their nose run. I haven't heard of any other body indications to let you know you're full. If you do have any others, please share in the comments. I would like to know. But for me, those have been pretty much it, and mainly it's the nose run. And I'm like, okay, stop. And so wherever I am, I stop eating, because they say if you overdo it, you'll get sick. I have had like 2 nauseous nights, but not like sick while I'm having to go to the bathroom, which I don't want to experience at all. So my goal is to stop when my body says stop. I also, let's see, what else have I had? So I will be having some mashed potatoes tonight. I'm so excited for mashed potatoes, because I spent like 14 days, 15 days actually on liquid only. And I was just like, I'm so over broth. Broth was like my breakfast. Like that was my AKA coffee. So I would use the broth and put it in my coffee. Put it in my coffee cup. With some hot water, and I would have that every morning. And that was kind of like my mental thing of like, this is your coffee, even though you can't have coffee unless you drink decaf. But then there's honestly no point in having coffee if I have to drink decaf. So I'll just wait till I'm clear to drink coffee, because I do miss it. I'm a coffee drinker, no lie. But I don't have any withdrawal issues from it or anything like that. So I've had that. I'm gonna have the I'm gonna have the mashed potatoes, and They say you can have egg whites. So, but I really want real, I really like yolk. So I don't know when I'm going to try that yet. Um, and then the only other thing is tofu that they recommend because it's high in protein, which would eliminate me having to drink so many shakes. Um, I'm not a huge tofu lover, so I will get back to you guys when I make my first tofu dish. It has to be savory, it has to be flavorful. So I will do a video when I make my first tofu dish and tell you how it is and give you the recipe. But I like to do things with a twist. So that's my goal for the tofu. I'm actually looking to get a air fryer because I think it'll be better as air fried, and some type of sauce. So we're gonna see how that goes. And if it's nasty, I'll tell you, and I'll tell you where I messed up at, or if it's really good, I'll tell you, and I'll tell you, you need to make sure you try it. I never liked the texture of tofu, so that's why I'm like, we'll see. So that's pretty much it. I'm gonna be eating that stuff the rest. Oh, and hummus. Forgot that. I love red roasted hummus. I loved it before the surgery. I still love it, except normally I would have it with some tortillas or some pita bread. Right now I can't have tortillas or pita bread. So it's kind of just like taking 2 teaspoons and having hummus, but it's better than just liquid. So I'll take it. And then what else can I have? I think that's pretty much it for the most part. I did try avocado and mashed it up, but today it didn't really sit well. Yeah, yesterday it did better. Today it didn't really sit well. I don't know if I needed to make it more ripe, but it didn't really sit well. So I'm gonna pause on having avocado for now, even though I love avocado and I can just put a little salt on it, mash it up and eat it without anything. But I'm gonna hold off on that and have some mashed potatoes today and see how that goes. And then, yeah, so I'll keep you guys posted. Thank you for watching this. If you watched it, if you have any comments or any questions, please let me know. I will go into my spiel of why I made this decision and all of that good stuff. But for now, check out this journey. And this is a I'm Not 20 Anymore segment. And I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, evening, night, morning, whatever time you're watching this. Continue to be safe, continue to be blessed. Thank you.